Lesson: Increasing and decreasing functions. Real education enhances the dignity of human being and increases his or her self-respect. If only the real sense of education could be realized by each individual and carried forward in every field of human activity, the world will be a much better place to live in. Abdul Kalam. It is very useful to know where the graph of a function rises and where it falls. The graph rises from A to B, falls from B to C, and rises again from C to D. The graph is said to be increasing when its graph rises and decreasing when its graph falls. Definition of strictly increasing functions. F is strictly increasing on an interval I if and only if f of x1 is less than f of x2, whenever x1 is less than x2 in interval I. G is increasing on an interval I if and only if g of x1 is less or equal to g of x2 whenever x1 is less or equal to x2 in interval I. If a function is strictly increasing, then the function is increasing. Definition of strictly decreasing functions. F is strictly decreasing on an interval I if and only if f of x1 is greater than f of x2 whenever x1 is less than x2 in interval I. Definition of decreasing functions. G is decreasing on an interval I if and only if g of x1 is greater or equal to g of x2 whenever x1 is less or equal to x2 in interval I. If a function is strictly decreasing, then the function is decreasing. Important: the definitions can be used to prove that a function is strictly increasing or decreasing, solve inequalities. For instance, if a function is strictly increasing, then the inequality f of a less than f of b is equivalent to a less than b. The function can be removed without losing solutions or gaining extraneous solutions. The inequality is kept. If the inequality has the less symbol, then when we remove the function, the new inequality will also have the less symbol. Example: 2 to the x is less than 2 to the 8 is equivalent to x is less than 8. The exponential function is removed and the equivalent inequality symbol less than is kept. If a function is strictly decreasing, then the inequality f of a less than f of b is equivalent to a greater than b. The function can be removed without losing solutions or gaining extraneous solutions as before. The inequality symbol switches. If the inequality has the less symbol and we remove the function, the new inequality has the greater symbol. Example: 1 over 2 everything to the x is less than 1 over 2 everything to the 8. That's equivalent to x greater than 8. The exponential function is removed and the inequality switches because the exponential function with a base in the open interval 0, 1 is a decreasing function. Determine the intervals on which the function is a increasing and b decreasing. The graph rises for all x from -1 to 1, and also from all x from 2 to 4. Thus, f is strictly increasing on open interval -1, 1 united with open interval 2, 4. The graph falls for all x from 1 to 2. Thus, f is strictly decreasing on open interval 1, 2. Determine the intervals on which the quadratic function f of x equals x squared minus 2x plus 3 is a increasing and b decreasing. To find the intervals on which the function is increasing and decreasing, we could sketch the graph of the quadratic function. Step 1. Find the coordinates of the vertex. Identify the coefficients, a, b, and c being 1, -2, and 3. The formula for the x vertex is -b over 2a, which is equal to 1 in this case. Our y vertex is f of x vertex, which results in 1 squared -2 positive 3 equals 2. Thus, the vertex's coordinates are 1, 2. Step 2. Make a table of values. Our first value is 1, 2, being the vertex. We know it. Next value, x equals 0. F of x equals 3. Another value we can try is 2 with a y of 3. Step 3. Make a sketch. As seen here, we have our points that we found in our table of values and the resulting sketch. Step 4, our answer. The function f is strictly decreasing on open interval -∞ 1. The function f is strictly increasing on open interval 1, infinity. Generalization. An upwards parabola strictly decreases on the open interval -∞ x vertex. An upwards parabola strictly increases on the open interval x vertex infinity. Another generalization. A downwards parabola strictly increases on the open interval -∞ x vertex and strictly decreases on the open interval x vertex infinity. The graph of the function f is given below. Which of the following statements is true? Statement 1, f of x greater than 0 on -3, 8. Statement 2, f is increasing on open interval -6, 2 united with open interval 8, 12. And statement 3, the range of the function f is closed interval -6, 11. F of x is greater than 0 on all values of x for which the graph of the function is above the x-axis. F of x is greater than 0 is equivalent to x belongs to open interval -3, 6 united with open interval 11, 12. Thus, statement 1 is a false statement. F is increasing on open interval -6, 2 united with open interval 8, 12 is a true statement. The lowest value of y is -3 and the highest value of y is 4. Thus, the range of the continuous function f is closed interval -3, 4. In conclusion, statement 3 is then a false statement. Thus, the correct answer is B. Which of the following statements is true? 1. The function f of x equals -x squared positive 6x positive 3 increases on the open interval -∞ 3. 2. F has an inverse function on the entire domain. Or 3. The range of the function is open interval -∞ 12. The leading coefficient of the quadratic function is -1. Thus, the graph is a downwards parabola. And it is increasing on the open interval -∞ x vertex. X vertex is equal to -b over 2a, which is equal to -6 over 2 times -1, which is 3. Thus, statement 1 is a true statement. The quadratic function doesn't pass the horizontal line test on the entire domain, the set of real numbers. Thus, it is not a one-to-one function. In conclusion, it does not have an inverse. Statement 2 is a false statement. The range of a downwards parabola is open interval -∞ y vertex. The interval in statement 3 is an open interval. Thus, we don't need to find the coordinates of the vertex. Statement 3 is a false statement. The only true statement is 1. In conclusion, the correct answer is A. Prove analytically that the function f of x equals 2x minus 3, strictly increases on the set of real numbers. We start with the inequality f of x1 greater than f of x2. Substituting x1 and x2 into the equation of function f, the inequality is equivalent to 2x1 minus 3 is greater than 2x2 minus 3. Add positive 3 on both sides of the inequality, equivalent to 2x1 greater than 2x2. Divide both sides of the inequality by 2, equivalent to x1 greater than x2. Thus, f of x1 greater than f of x2 equivalent to x1 greater than x2 for all x1, x2 belongs to set of real numbers. We have proved f increases on the set of real numbers. Prove analytically that the function f increases on open interval 4 infinity, f of x equals x squared minus 8x plus 1. We start with the inequality f of x1 greater or equal to f of x2. Our goal is to prove that x1 greater or equal to x2. Substitute x1 and x2 into the equation of function f. The inequality is then equivalent to x1 squared minus 8x1 plus 1 greater or equal to x1 squared minus 8x2 plus 1. Subtract 1 from both sides of the equation, equivalent to x1 squared negative 8x1 greater or equal to x2 squared negative 8x2. Add negative x2 squared and positive 8x2 on both sides of the equation, equivalent to x1 squared negative x2 squared negative 8x1 positive 8x2 greater or equal to 0. The left side of the inequality has 4 terms. Group 2 and 2 terms. In the first group, expand difference of squares into a product, equivalent to the quantity x1 minus x2 times the quantity x1 plus x2. Factor a negative 8 in the second group, minus 8 times x1 minus x2 greater or equal to 0. The left side is a difference. Factor the GCF. Factoring the GCF, we obtain the equivalent statement, the quantity x1 minus x2 times the quantity x1 plus x2 minus 8 greater or equal to 0. x1, x2 belongs to open interval 4 infinity, thus x1 is greater than 4, x2 is greater than 4. From these two, thus x1 plus x2 is greater than 8. Thus x1 plus x2 minus 8 is greater than 0. Because of inequality 2, inequality 1 can be written as, and is equivalent to, x1 minus x2 is greater or equal to 0, which is equivalent to x1 greater or equal to x2. We prove that f of x1 is greater or equal to f of x2, equivalent to x1 greater or equal to x2 for all x1, x2 belongs to open interval 4 infinity. Thus, we prove that f increases on the given interval. Decide whether the statement below is always, sometimes, or never true. If two functions are decreasing on an interval I, then their difference is decreasing on the interval I. Test the statement. Let f of x equals negative 3x and g of x equals negative 5x. Both functions are linear with a negative slope. Thus, the functions are decreasing on the set of real numbers. Their difference is another function h. H of x equals f minus g of x, which equals f of x minus g of x, or negative 2x minus negative 5x, which equals 3x. H is a linear function with a positive slope of 3, thus it is an increasing function. we chose an example of two decreasing functions f and g, such as their difference f minus g is an increasing function. In conclusion, the statement cannot be always true. The statement could be sometimes or never true. Let's take another example of two decreasing functions. Let f of x equals negative 8x plus 3 and g of x equals negative 7x negative 5. Both functions are linear functions with a negative slope, thus f and g are decreasing on the set of real numbers. Their difference is another function h of x equals f minus g of x, which is equal to f of x minus g of x, which equals negative 8x plus 3 minus the quantity negative 7x negative 5, equal to negative 8x positive 3, positive 7x positive 5, which equals negative x plus 8. H is a linear function with a negative slope, negative 1, thus h is a decreasing function over the set of real numbers. We found an example of two decreasing functions f and g, such as their difference f minus g is also a decreasing function. We constructed two examples. One showed that the statement was true, and the other showed that the statement was false. In conclusion, the statement is sometimes true. Decide whether the statement below is true or false. If two functions are strictly decreasing on an interval I, then their composition is strictly increasing on the interval I. Let h equal f composed with g. We start with the inequality h of x1 is less than h of x2. Our goal is to either reach the conclusion x1 less than x2 or x1 greater than x2 for all x belongs to I. H of x1 less than h of x2 is equivalent to f composed of g of x1 less than f composed of g of x2, which is equivalent to f of g of x1 less than f of g of x2. The function f is a decreasing function, thus we can remove the function and the inequality symbol switches. Equivalent to g of x1 greater than g of x2. The function g is a decreasing function, thus we can do the same thing, remove the function and the inequality symbol will switch. Equivalent to x1 less than x2. Inequality 1 is equivalent to inequality 2. According to the definition of strictly increasing functions, we conclude that h is a strictly increasing function. Thus, the given statement is a true statement. Decide whether the statement below is true or false. If a function is strictly increasing, then its inverse is also strictly increasing. Important fact, if a function has an inverse, then f of x equals y is equivalent to x equals f inverse of y. The graph of a strictly increasing function and its inverse are shown. Its inverse is also a strictly increasing function. However, an example is not a proof. F is strictly increasing, thus f of x1 less than f of x2 is equivalent to x1 less than x2. Replace the values of the function by y1 and y2. F of x1 equals y1, f of x2 equals y2. Thus we have y1 less than y2. Replace the values of x by the corresponding inverse values. x1 equals f inverse of y1, x2 equals f inverse of y2, which is equivalent to f inverse of y1 is less than f inverse of y2. According to the definition of strictly increasing functions, we can conclude that the inverse function is also strictly increasing. Thus, the statement is true. The end.